All right, ladies and gentlemen, I do not know if this streaming is actually happening. As you can see, it might or might not be, but we are just going to go on the offshoot that it is. We are going to do a couple of things. I have never live streamed before. So, you know what? I did. When Facebook came out with live streaming, the minute it came out, I live streamed me eating a sandwich for about 10 minutes. And it's funny because a friend of mine, she's like, I watched that thing probably 100 times. I don't know if the sandwich looked good or whatever it was. It was interesting though. How's everybody doing? All right, so we got a couple things going on. It is 5:50 p.m. in Texas, and I have to go out tonight to do some comedy. And wish me luck. Every Monday I go and try and get on the Kill Tony show. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It is absolutely brilliant. While I'm telling you all this stuff, I am going to go to our race and see what is happening. We are listening to Archers of Loaf. This is called White Trash Heroes. And it's an oldie, but a goodie. All right, so we are waiting for this lap to finish. And then I will be able to get in this race. We will see what is happening. I love the graphics. And you're basically just longing and shorting the price of Bitcoin as you play. So here we go. Lap results. What are we looking at? Bitcoin. It's going to climb for a second. When am I going to close this? No panic, no panic, no panic. What are we at? 97,000. Keep it open. I'm going to run. I'm gambling. I'm gambling it all. All right, you know what? I'm taking a speed bump. There we go. All right, so everybody else is still holding. All right, do I want to bet up or down at this moment in time? I'm going to keep going up. Let's see what happens. We're dropping, we're losing. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Come on, here we go. We need one little green candle. Let me close. Do I get a little... Oh, do I get a bop? Ah! Third place. We'll take it. Okay, what are we looking at? Ooh, man, that was a nice candle. Mm-hmm. Let's get a speed boost. Let's get away from these turkeys. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna go against my intuition. Probably means I'm right. Come on. Tick down. Oh, I didn't do it. That is absolutely terrible. What are we going? Up or down? Ah, I'm gonna close this short really quick. All right, that was horrendous. In last place. That is how my trading strategy has gone up until this point. Okay. What do we got here? Riding steady. We're dropping. Oh my goodness. Everybody's on the same game plan. Let's pump up. Come up. Up. Damn, I'm gonna be in slow motion with that. We're going down some more. Oh, look at these guys. They bet correctly. Oh my goodness. Give me some juice, please. And so there's a couple things going on. Because I've never streamed, there's probably a place where I can watch and see that nobody's tuned in. I can do all those things. You know, and I will do that now. Let's go to this. Refresh. Oh, look at that. So, you know, I'm going to give myself a like. That's how I will do that. All right, so this is day one on this platform. I do not expect anybody to visit the live stream, but that is fine. I wanted to get on here and check it out because I think it's important to find out all of these things that are happening as they come out, and I'm a super big fan of Abstract and what they are doing. Let's see if we can get in here. Oh my God. What I need to look into is, how is your strategy if you just don't do anything? Sometimes the best move is no move. Okay, obviously not. Okay, we got to win a race. We got to win a race. Okay, I spent 100. All right, let's keep going. Claim it. Put on charge. Not now. Okay, so this is the rub. Put on charge. We'll do that. Okay, so this is the rub. I need to charge my roach for the next hour and 51 minutes, or I need to buy a charge up. So these are some of the things. I just want to check out all the games, see what is happening, and I love to see this shit. Phase 2 chain reaction. What I also know about this game is that their mint boxes are live now for the Genesis, and I think they have some interesting perks with some coins and stuff attached to the mint boxes when you mint, and I believe that is live now. I think I saw a tweet on that not too long ago. So you know what? We are going to jump into some news that I think is hilarious. Not hilarious. That's a terrible thing to say, especially when we are looking at a picture of hostages being released by Hamas. But it is really interesting. We've got this hostage swap going on. And recently, we traded 3 Israeli hostages for 183 Palestinian hostages. And I can't figure out who's doing that kind of math. It's a mess over there. And it's absolutely shitty to see what people are dealing with. We think we have it bad. And if you put things in perspective, we absolutely do not have it bad. Some people have a really shitty future just because of turmoil that is happening in and around where they live. And I don't know, it's sad to see. USAID and Doge, he is on a rampage. He's saved the United States taxpayers about $36 billion. Elon Musk has already done that. USAID, this is interesting because I think a lot of people rely on this stuff, but it seems to be an expense that we are the only ones fitting the bill. The Pope has gotten involved, and it's gotten super interesting. So we're going to see what happens with that. Again, like Trump has come in, and he is just ruffling feathers, flipping the script, doing things that most people don't do. And he's putting all the chips on the table. And I think a lot of people are finding out, wow, this MFer is here to play poker, and he's got a stack of chips, AKA power. And I think a lot of these countries are like, we don't want to fuck with this guy because it's just, there's too much at stake, and you don't have the bandwidth to go up against the president of the United States. So what sucks is we're going to deal with kind of just this uncomfortable time where everybody thinks we're a dickhead. All the prices we're going to get price shock from everything, steel tariffs. It's all coming in a retaliatory fashion against what Trump is doing. But it will be interesting to see where we come out on this. The Critics' Choice Award, it was drama fashion, and Demi Moore, she won the Best Picture, Best Actress for, I don't know, a film called The Substance. I didn't see any of that shit. I don't watch the movies. But as you can see, the real winner was fucking fashion. So stupid. So stupid. Okay, this is ridiculous. This plane, it just like disappeared off the radar. It happened in Alaska. Finally, they found the plane. There's a lot of planes crashing recently, and it's interesting. I mean, is it just shitty mechanics, or is it the maintenance on the planes? Have they just run their life cycle, and it's time to just throw a bunch of these planes away? If you haven't seen the new Mark Wahlberg film, it looks like this plane exactly. Like it seems like that was the plane that it was filmed in. So it's surprising to see that it has been lost in Alaska. Now, here we go. We have the Trump and Biden smackdown. Trump is on the warpath. And last term, I've been a Democrat, like California, you know, like just ate all the bait. Decided I wanted to pay $5.87 a gallon for gas in California because we're doing something for nature with it. I mean, the shit they get you to swallow in California is absolutely awesome. Once you get out of the noise, you realize, wow, the world's not really like that. And I don't know if it's that I changed or the Democratic Party changed, but a lot of the shit that they were standing for, I was just like, I grew up like a punk rocker, a musician, an independent thinker. Like I was against all the shit. And excuse me, that seems like what the Republican Party is now. Like we're against all the shit. Like you have to be proud of where you're from. And we're taking ownership for being Americans. And the United States should be the most powerful nation in the world. And if you guys have not looked into it, China has a world domination plan. Like it's part of their vernacular. Like it is a plan that they are working toward, and it's called them being the leaders of the entire world. That is on their playbook. So the stakes are real. The stakes are real. So I find it interesting, alarming. There's some big poker hands that are about to be played globally. And it's going to happen quickly. You know, like we do the news all day. I mean, I do this shit all day. But when these changes come, I mean, it's going to create a cascade of events that I think are going to be substantial. So I am buckled up for that shit. But back to this smackdown with Trump and Biden. So we know that Sleepy Joe, he's out of the White House. Trump, he decided, you know what, your mental clarity is not quite there. And we are going to have to just take your clearance away. Shortly thereafter, Trump put Biden on America's most wanted list. You can see Biden, as I have pictured in this small inset. Can you even see it? Yeah, sure. Let's see. Right there. That is Joe Biden. You can see it is absolutely not a doctored photo. And he's on the America's Most Wanted list. So look out for Joe because things are not going good. Trump, he's also throwing the smackdown on Trudeau. Are we going to, it sounds like the United States is taking over Canada. We're claiming the Gulf of Mexico. It's now the Gulf of the United States. I think Trump was recently seen in a plane with the map of the Gulf of America in the background. We want Greenland, Panama. We want that shit back. That shit that's ours. It's interesting. These seem like big chess moves on the global board. But again, if you just think back to China and total domination, world domination, like that's a real fucking thing. And if it can happen in 30 years by their playbook, like when does it start happening? It doesn't happen on year 29, trust me. It starts, you know, like this shit's starting up and it's going to be fucking interesting and I am here for it. But Trump and Trudeau, they're going at it. It really got smacked down in Canada with the tariffs. I didn't know that there was that much fentanyl coming across the border. I didn't know that there were that many illegals coming across the border either, but apparently there are. So we'll just see how that works out. It is an interesting thing to see how it goes. Trump, I say he is after Tim Hortons. That's pretty much the only reason that we're going for Canada. We've already got the hockey. We've got the maple syrup technology. But the Hortons, that's what we're coming for. What else is happening? Okay, in India, this is fucking awesome, right? His name is Modi, BJP. And he was president for a long time. Then he just kind of was on the sidelines for, I don't know, like 3 decades. And they just decided to vote him back into power right as his health insurance was running out. So he's fucking super stoked. And these guys in India, they've got these smoke guns that you can see displayed. They are fabulous. Years ago, I went to, I mean, all over India, but I spent a bunch of time in Goa during this thing they call the Holi Festival. And, you know, with the powder and the color powder, it was interesting and awesome. They like the color over there. And I have to say, it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. And it all comes off, right? It's not spray paint. It's not graffiti. It's not any of that shit. So I don't know. I guess they got that going for them. What else is interesting? The Kennedy Center, Washington, D.C. is where I was born. And the Kennedy Center is the premier performance place. It's like opera shit like that. Used to go see the Nutcracker when I was a kid, stupid stuff like that, Phantom of the Opera, stuff like that. It was all there. And Trump, he is on the board there. He just decided, you know what, I'm taking this over too. He is now the chairman, not of the board, of the Kennedy Center. He's like, you guys are out, and I'm going to figure out how to run this shit. And his problem was they were having drag shows at the Kennedy Center. And I think that was where Trump decided to draw the line, at the drag shows. So he is now running things at the Kennedy Center. So if you caught any drag shows there, they will not be happening anymore. What do we have going on other than that? We have Kendrick Lamar. He just blasted all kinds of wonderful shit at the Super Bowl halftime show. Holy moly, he tackled race identity. He even shouted out the Black Panthers while pushing for social justice. There was also, I guess, a bunch of people in the crowd that lit up the letters going the wrong way. We're going the wrong way. So the messages that he had laced through his entire performance were incredible. The other thing that I think is noteworthy is in the past, we always see these performers and they do their old hits. The shit that everybody knows and dances to, I get it. But Kendrick, he brought new heat, just like fresh shit that has not been charted. Not his old reliables, but just breaking barriers. So I think he broke the mold on that thing. And I think part of why he did it is because Tony Hinchcliffe, he broke the mold just with his pre-Trump speech and just kind of flipping the script on how things are done on a larger level. And I don't know if we're just seeing the youth kind of start to infect things in a wonderful way where we're dropping our guard and just embracing the movement and the feeling and all the shit that happens. I don't know what's happening. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I'm here for it. So that made me excited. The Tony Hinchcliffe from Kill Tony, the pre-Trump roast, was fucking awesome. I am getting ready to run down there in a minute. I don't know. It's nice to see Kendrick light things up on the stage for the halftime show. As I mentioned toward the top of the show, Trump, he is putting tariffs on absolutely everything. The battle has begun, and it's going to be an economic battle. What is interesting, do we see like Bitcoin become this reserve against this battle? I think it is. It's just not being utilized by these countries yet. Wait till these countries decide, holy shit, these tariff wars are bad. They can't tariff Bitcoin, and we can start stockpiling that, and that will be awesome because then the price is going to go up, and that would make me happy. Next up, we have Hamas. These guys, I don't think they're good guys. I really don't. Not happy with what they're doing. They delayed releasing a bunch of hostages. What's even more interesting is Netflix is supposedly over there trying to talk to Israel and Hamas at the same time. Like, they want to get this shit on video. This would be an awesome live miniseries. Dangerous, but awesome. So if they could pull that together, I would be pretty excited. Like a hostage negotiation musical, some shit like that. Like, just, give it a TV flair just to make it interesting for TV. But we could see something. Trump administration, he is shutting shit down, making money. Elon is part of this. They're just looking at shit, say this is ridiculous. He just nixed the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the CFPB, if you've never heard of it. Neither has anybody else. Also, FEMA, these guys are the bozos who fuck shit up whenever there's a storm in town. They wasted, apparently recently, 59 million tax dollars buying luxury hotels for the same immigrants that were just deported. So we vacationed them for a couple months, then gave them a free flight home. Cost us a lot of money. Elon is putting the nix on all of this shit. Trump is listening to it, and money is being saved. This is hilarious, too. Trump, pennies. We're going to stop printing those motherfuckers. He says they're dirty. I don't want to touch them. I don't want them in my pocket. I don't want them in my hand. No more pennies. So pennies are gone. Pennies will no longer be minted by the U.S. Mint. How long do you think it's before we stop minting coins altogether? I did a write-up on this a while ago in my Substack, just how ridiculous it is that we hold so much gold. Yes, I understand the argument. If you believe that Bitcoin is the future gold, why don't we trade the fucking gold for Bitcoin? The amount of money that we spend guarding it in Fort Knox and 4 or 5 other places, these mints, right? It's a waste of fucking money. Everything's gone digital. Why don't we just turn the page and immerse ourselves and go full port digital? Pennies are the start. Trust me. Pennies are the start. Trump also, right? This is pretty awesome. This is a picture of Gaza. And this is where the new Trump golf courses are going to go in. We're going to take it over. It's going to be ours. This is ours, this is ours, and this is ours. Now, this is one of the last things that I got kind of just pinged my radar. Kanye West has been absolutely fucking nuts on the timeline. I didn't follow him, then I did for a minute, and now I'm back to not following him. The barrage of tweets that this MFer lays out are autistic, on point with I don't know what, but he is letting his mind speak. And he's got just contradictory views on all kinds of stuff. He went with his wife, Bianca, to the Grammys. She showed up pretty much naked. I mean, she had like pantyhose on or some shit. And what's interesting is they're going to try and possibly arrest her and label her as a sex offender. Here's another fucking crazy thing. There's a festival called Burning Man that I've gone to for years and years. If the police catch you, right? I mean, you're in a barren desert and you'll be partying and you're a quarter mile away from the nearest porta potty. There's nobody around. You'll walk out even further into the desert where there is nobody and you'll start taking a whiz. And these policemen, they sit out in the dark. And if they see you taking a piss and they turn on their lights and they come up to you, they give you a ticket and you have to go to court, and they also classify you as a sex offender. And for the rest of your life, you need to register as a sex offender if that happens to you. I mean, that's fucking crazy. And I think that is what is going to happen to Bianca. That's just her. So I don't know if Diddy, oh, that's a whole nother thing. I don't know if Kanye is speedballing her saying this is what you should wear, or she's just on her own kink, but I fucking think it's awesome. And then Kanye, he's just blasting shit on the timeline. It is bananas. I mean, fucking bananas. And then he just turned to, we're going to blast porn, and he's just shooting it out. And there's an awesome meme of like this 9-year-old kid looking at his Twitter page like, and the other funny thing, I think, is that all of these bookmarks, all of these kids are bookmarking all of these tweets and saving them for their folder. It is awesome to see Kanye work. I don't know if people agree with him or not. His PR team is probably just like one dude saying, dude, please stop tweeting. Talk to me. Like, just, you want to tweet, talk it out. Just shoot me. He needs an internal tweet mechanism, like tweet around the house, and it just goes to your buddies. Not live. Not live. All right, so that's kind of fucking all the news I wanted to get into. I have to run and go down the street. My cockroach still has 54 minutes to gear up his energy. So by the time I get back from this evening, he will be ready to race. And I might tune in again and just see what the happening is. So that's all I got. Also, I'm just doing this stream like we're just running it. I don't understand how to see comments or any of that stuff. So I will figure that out for the next stream. But that's what I got. I'm going to go try and make some people laugh. I hope you guys enjoy your evening. Boom.